Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Ray, and today I'm going to be doing a reading on Miami, the condominium or condos that collapsed just a couple of days ago. So first and foremost, I just want to send out my condolences to each and every person that has been affected by this. This is a very tragic situation that they've gone through, and so all of my Floridians out there, I'm sending you a lot of love and prayers. And so I'll say it in Spanish as well. Para todos que están escuchando mi canal, que nomás hablan o entienden español, de todo corazón les mando mil abrazos y besos y oraciones para sus familias o cualquier persona que ha estado impactada de esto. So, again, thank you for tuning in. Now, just remember that everything that I say here is alleged. It is, and I have to state, for entertainment purposes only, although we know the tea that spirit, does work in mysterious ways. So, I'm never have been one to, agree with the media or agree with anything that the media even says, because we all know that there's a lot of lies and things that are not truthful when it comes to the media, right? So I'm just going to get into this reading. I am using a new tarot deck here. I'm just going to see what comes in. The first thing that I can tell you before I even used the deck to show you, on the screen, like what I pick up on. I picked up immediately weird vibes around this. Now, this is not like a conspiracy theory, but just hear me out. Ever since there's been changes in the structure of our, government and whatnot, we've seen a lot of things happening predominantly in red states, right? Now, I'm not saying again that this is political. I'm not making that insinuation, but it's very weird because we go back to Texas and we saw Texas impacted during the Snowmageddon, which I live in Texas, in the month of February, which we never have had problems with ERCOT. We never had problems with our electrical grid on this magnitude until 2021. Okay. And now we see this big tragedy in Florida, which is another red state, right? So I'm not saying that this is a tragedy due to this, because, Florida, again, has had its own share of fatalities and weird things that have happened, like the Orlando shootings that happen. They've had hurricanes and things of that nature. But what I am saying is that there's definitely something weird, something that that doesn't meet the eye. And if you are an intuitive, I think a lot of intuitives out there will agree with me that this is just not something that you would think that would happen. And above all, it's very weird that it would happen. Now, they cited that this place may have had some kind of structural damage, concrete damage that contributed to this. But I'm like, how do you not know that this is a danger zone, right? How do you not know that this is going on? That the tenants never, called the inspector's office or called someone from the city, to inspect this building for its safety. I mean, people have to know. The way that it happened, which was very fast, it again gave me 9/11 vibes, which is very, very weird. And I just felt immediately like this was not a man-made. I mean, this was not like a natural or freak accident, that happened because of a concrete structure. So, I mean, they're showing pictures now of the place, having cracks and whatnot. But I'm like, of course it's going to have cracks. I mean, the building collapsed, so you're going to see cracks and stuff. But the energy, I tuned into a photo there of the site, of where all this is taking place. And to say the least, it was very tragic, and it was painful to see, because I could just feel the death all around it. Again, just feeling this immense somberness and so many souls. And there's going to be some people that may not even be recovered from this in one piece. It may be months, before they even get details. But I do feel like there's going to be more casualties or more people that, that we find out that perished in this. The first card I got here, interestingly enough, is the death card. So the death card is like, this definitely is something that basically is a lot of death all around it. It would make sense. Like, this is going to be like a portal. I do feel like the hotel had a portal around there was like a vortex or a portal, that whole area itself, a lot of spiritual conduits. So this is like the perfect place for death to happen. And I'm not saying this is like an episode out of Final Destination, but what I am saying is that it was very possible that this is something that was contributed, that death contributed to this. This area had like already like a lot of tragedy, and I don't know, like, I'm not familiar with the Miami, Florida, or the Miami area where this condo is located, but all around it, like, there's been death at some point as well. Now, the Two of Wands comes up, very, very interesting. So a lot of decisions, a lot of souls that have perished in this have crossed over, but some of them are still here earthbound. That's the whole energy that I get. Now, I know that the Two of Wands doesn't mean that, but hear me out. I interpret things differently when I'm tuning in and combining my mediumship abilities with my spiritual psychic abilities. So I do feel like there are some people in transition. This reminds me of La Santa Muerte, the lady in red, okay, as well. So the death card comes out, La Santa Muerte. So there was a lot of, and I just heard Santa Muerte in some ways. I don't work with her. She is like a patron saint for certain cultures, and she represents like death in some ways, but people, idolize her or worship her for certain magical purposes and things in the witch world, right? Or in the magical world. But this place had a lot of bad juju as well. We're talking about, excuse me, a lot of negative energy, people that are doing that. But I feel like, again, that the angel of death was around this area, and some people had premonitions that this was not a safe place. They didn't want to stay there, but they did. We have here the Eight of Wands. So a lot of communication between the loved ones that have passed over and the ones that are here still, and among the FBI or among the state and local government. A lot more is going to be uncovered in the next couple of days and weeks leading up to this. I also feel like this will eventually have another monument or something erected up again. It could be another hotel. I don't know. But there's definitely something that will be built over this spot when it all is said and done. And it may not be immediate. The Nine of Pentacles is going to take a lot of money to recover. And it's going to be a long while before they ever get back to a little normal in that area. And the people that are impacted, the families that have lost people, they may be suing this hotel or this condominium area, but there may be some compensation coming in large sums for a lot of these families that are impacted. Now, the Seven of Cups comes in. So again, notice that there's a lot of different, there's a lot of confusion is what I feel like. When I see the Seven of Cups, for me, it's like a lot of different faces, the families are being told different things right now from different people, that they don't know, or they're trying, or they're being given different stories, and it's very irritating to the families. And I will be putting more insights on my Patreon. So if you haven't signed up to my Patreon for additional insights, these are things that I cannot say here on my channel because of, controversial reasons, but I will be sharing additional insights on Patreon. Again, that's www.patreon.com/psychic medium Ray. And then we have here the Five of Pentacles. So also a lot of money loss. The state of Florida is going to have to somehow, this is like a disaster. They're going to have to throw in a lot. And I don't know if FEMA comes in as well. The Four of Cups is very interesting. We see the Four of Cups here, and the Four of Cups for me just symbolizes like, a lot of decisions have to be made. People are feeling dead on the inside. Families that have lost people that were in this. There's a lot of decision making that has to take place now. The Six of Swords is a lot of families that were impacted by this may be moving away. This is what I feel like it is. Like they're moving essentially away from this area or moving away from Florida after this. I just feel like, again, there's just some bad energy regarding this whole situation, and I feel like it's just the beginning of it. The star card, again, we see like a lot of hope is coming soon. A lot of things, like spirit has heard the prayers of people and families. Could there be people that are buried under the rubble that are still alive? I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that, but I feel like, again, we're going to see a little bit more coming through. The moon card, so a lot of clarity, a lot of things that were hidden in the dark, hidden in night. That's the way I interpret the star card. For me, it's like, I'm sorry, the moon card, a lot of clarity in us facing our inner demons and stuff like that. So I also feel like, the people that own the condominium or the condos, there's a lot of truth that's going to be revealed, and a lot of things that were additionally wrong here. But through this, the Ace of Cups comes up. So there's a lot of love here from the other side, from the people who have crossed and the people that are still stuck here earthbound with their family members that are still uncovered. And I feel like, again, there's a lot of love also from around the world right now. People are tuning in. We're in a different vibration. We're in the age of Aquarius. There are people that are essentially sending positivity and love out to the people of Florida. And so they're not alone. They need to know that. I feel like other organizations, other rescue teams, parties are going to come forward to them. The Page of Swords comes in as well. So is this like about, for me, that symbolizes almost like something new, someone young in some way. Someone young may do something in honor of this. Could be a song, or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of commemoration for the people there, an artist that's young. I don't know. When I say artist, could be a musician or an artist, like somebody that does a mural of this. But the Judgment card tells me, again, that there is potentially some kind of foul play here. And again, I just will say that. I feel like, again, these Florida is always going to be in the radar for people that hate Floridians, because primarily. So I have here the Six of Cups, and what I see with the Six of Cups is that basically there is a lot of like the inner childhood, childhood memories and things of that nature. So I do feel like in some ways, people are trying to remember their loved ones that they have not found yet. There's a lot of hope that is being given. There's a lot of prayers that are being sent out. But the Seven of Swords tells me, look, things are not as they seem. And the reading is not even over yet. Like, I'm not done yet. This is a card of deception, a card of lies. So whatever is being put in the media, whatever has been deemed as the, what it's supposed to be, it's not what it appears to be. And again, this is coming from a very different perspective. Like there's a very powerful female, the Empress, comes in, someone that is going to fight this and wants the answers and accountability. This may also be like a celebrity that comes in with a big donation to help out the families and whatnot, a local chapter. Then we have the Knight of Wands. Again, these are the men and women of the local rescue team, police department, fire department that have been working nonstop. Our hearts and prayers need to go out to them, because even though this structure has collapsed, there's a lot of danger involved in this. Even in the cleanup process, they could get trapped in that rubble. They could easily, and I feel like there are going to be some scenarios like that they encounter. And again, we just have to keep our prayers for all of our servicemen and military or National Guard, the people that are dispatched to these sites to essentially offer some type of relief. And then we have here the Eight of Swords. So again, people feeling trapped in this area, and not only feeling trapped, but that's what I feel like. Essentially, there's a lot of people that are still trapped and they're dead under that rubble. And by the time they get to the bodies, it may be just like, dismembered in some way. The King of Swords, again, this is like, I feel like this is Ron DeSantis in some way. And I feel like, again, he is going to be very vocal. There may be a law or something going forward in the state of, and this may not make any sense now, but going forward, there may be a law that is written in the state of Florida regarding structural sites and the inspection of them. But there's definitely going to be something on a legal level that is passed going forward that will not only just be primarily in Florida, but in other states as well, to make sure that structures like this are safe, right? Maybe they are inspected. I don't know about the laws that pertain to big structures like this, like condominiums, but there should be like a yearly inspection of these sites that go up into the air, right, for quite a while. There should be like a yearly inspection and whatnot. So there's going to be a lot of, if there will be a lot of investigation, like I said, that takes place. So just a lot, the overall, the energy here that I get again is a lot of deception here. And look, I got the devil card. The devil card. So again, a lot of darkness here. A lot of feelings of retaliation. People that have lost someone, or they don't know where their loved one is. It's a very desperate time of desperation. You can't even begin to think what mothers and sisters and fathers are thinking right now. And then we have here the fates. So this had to happen in some way. The fates are in control of this. This is all written already. The mass exodus of souls that we've spoken about, a lot of my psychic colleagues and myself. This had to happen in so many ways. It's a life-altering but world-altering event, and it also changes the perspective of how we view the world and how we view things that are happening around the world, and how they correlate and affect us in particular. And again, I just feel like this is the past, the present, and the future. In order for the future to, maybe this had to happen in some ways, and I know that sounds horrible, but maybe it had to happen in some way, so that way it could serve as a lesson, not a lesson, but as an eye-opening experience for generations to come, that have these buildings and high-rise buildings, or in areas like that, to have, laws passed to check these annually, to have an inspection of the foundation of the building, to rule out any, or address any potential construction errors or problems, and I'm not saying that that's going to be something that can be done or that it's foolproof, because, things can happen. There are such things as freak accidents. So when we talk about what happened in Miami with this condo collapse, I just don't see it being something natural, and I don't. And that's just me. But again, everybody's entitled to their own opinions, in their own way of seeing things. But my heart goes out to each and every one. Again, a lot of prayers. You are in my thoughts constantly, and I have a white candle on my altar that's lit right now. In particular, it's been lit since the event. So just know that I'm doing my part. And also, if there is an organization that we can donate to, in my Rays of Light, anyone that's from Florida knows about that, please leave a comment in the comments section or send me an email so that we can, I can share that on my Instagram page and whatnot, and we can start getting donations out to the people that have been affected. Because again, it is something that, it doesn't hit home until you've lost someone or you've lost something in a natural disaster or whatnot, the impact of, the families and people. Like, a lot of these people were the breadwinners of their family. They can no longer work. A lot of them have left behind children. A lot of them have left behind mothers and fathers that depended on them, and now their source of income is gone. Their livelihood has been altered in so many ways. So this is like a ripple effect. This is what I'm saying. It's not just as simple as, a collapse happened, people perished, and that's it. Nobody else is impacted. It's a whole group of people that are impacted in this. So again, many blessings, love and light, and please leave comments in the comments section below. Let me know what you feel, what you think, etc. Again, just be respectful, because anything that's negative will be blocked automatically. But again, thank you so much, and many blessings and love and light to each and every one of you. Bye.